the idea of separating was central to Peter's life as a faithful Jew. He had been trained to thoroughly separate clean from unclean, food practices, and even people. To him, this separation was not just a cultural practice, it was an act of faithfulness to God's covenant. And to oppose the unclean was to maintain purity. But here, the Spirit commands Peter to stop separating. Stop opposing. Stop judging. The Spirit is dismantling Peter's categories. And without knowing anything about these three men, Peter is told to associate with them, welcome them, travel with them, without hesitation, without doubt, without separating. He gets to the front door to see three Gentile men, one who is a Roman soldier. All of them people who up until this point he would not have welcomed or walked with or eaten with. They tell him that Cornelius has had a vision, and he's supposed to travel the 30 miles to Caesarea with them and share a message with Cornelius in Cornelius's house. It is one unclean interaction after another. And I wonder if the words are ringing in his ears, do not call anything impure that God has made clean. Was this the moment when Peter's vision started to make sense? Was he beginning to realize that his vision wasn't about what? It was about who. It wasn't about the dietary ethics and rules he had always observed. It was about the people of God's kingdom that he was being called to embrace. The Spirit had been stretching him, Aeneas, Dorcas, Simon the tanner, and now these three Gentile men who were standing at his doorstep. The vision wasn't about food. It was about people. It wasn't about dietary restriction. It was about communal expansion, about who now belonged in the kingdom of God. The Spirit's work in dismantling Peter's categories of clean and unclean was the work of breaking down fences. Those boundaries that had been built up over time in his life, in his practices, and in his heart. These structures designed to exclude were coming down as the expansive kingdom of God was being established in Peter's life.